Welcome back, friends, to another yoga practice with Living Peace Yoga. I'm Sean. We're going to have a great practice tonight. We are just a few short days away from the new year, and I think everyone is excited to see 2021 come. I just saw a meme on Facebook yesterday that said when we hit 2021, 1 second into 2021, 2020, hindsight 2020 will be real. And I thought that was so fitting for this particular year, obviously, because of everything we have experienced through this last year. Whether it be personal or global, we have all had something in 2020 that we would like to leave in hindsight. So with that being said, please jump into something comfy, roll out your mat, get prepared, and we're gonna do some yoga. All right, coming to our place of stillness, we are going to come to the breath. Hands at heart center, sitting in simple seated, eyes closed, shoulders down and back, spine nice and straight. Only thinking about the inhale and the exhale. Our intention or our verse for this evening is, that year they ate of the produce of Canaan, which is in Joshua 5:12. So I had been reading to you from a booklet that I had been completing all year long. It's called Be Still and Know. And this year I have chosen to do 1-minute devotions morning by morning by Charles Spurgeon. And this is out of January 1. And as I said earlier, we are approaching the first of the year. And so I wanted to assure you that God has lots of promises. They are listed all throughout the Bible. There are thousands of them. But one that he promises is promised rest. And so I wanted to focus our first of the year practice on promised rest, because he expects it and allows it. I just don't think we allow it enough for ourselves. So hopefully we can find some promised rest on the mat tonight as we practice. Take a big deep breath in, arms up overhead, bringing the fingertips together, and down back to heart center. Good. One more time. Big deep breath in, arms up overhead, fingertips together, bringing them back to heart center. We're going to do this a couple of more times. Big deep breath in, arms up overhead, bringing them back through to heart center. One more time. Big deep breath in, arms up overhead. This time, leaving our hands at the top. We're going to take our right fingers. We're going to wrap our first finger and our thumb around our left wrist, pulling that left arm up nice and straight. And then we're going to pull that left arm over to the right side of the body, allowing that nice left-sided body stretch. Good. And come back up to the top. Release the left wrist. We're gonna grab our right wrist with the same way, first finger and thumb. We're gonna pull it to the left side of the body. Feeling that nice right-sided body stretch. Good. Good. And come back up to center. Place those hands together. Bring those palms down through to heart center. Good. Big deep breath in. Arms up overhead. Bring those palms together. Come on through to heart center. We're going to extend those legs out long, toes pointed towards the heavens. Take a big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over both of those legs. Okay, just getting warmed up, so allow yourself some grace. Maybe rocking back and forth from cheek to cheek, left side to right side, allowing more grace and mercy in those hamstrings. Good. Slight inhale. Exhale, forward fold deeper over those legs. Good. We're gonna slide those hands up to the thighs, rock those shoulders down and back. We're gonna move to all fours. So on all fours, wrist under the elbow, elbow under the shoulder, knee under the hip. We're gonna move into a few cat-cows here. So drop the belly down, lifting the tip of the head towards the heavens as you inhale. As you exhale, press the shoulder blades up towards the heavens. And we're gonna rock through a few of those at our own breath pace. Warming up the spine. Good. Come back to center. We're going to kick the left foot off of the mat. So pointed off the left side of the mat. We're going to place the left hand in the middle of the mat. We're going to extend the right leg out long, pointing the toes, bringing that right arm up to the heavens, reaching up. Good. Then we're going to take that right knee and we're going to bring it to the right elbow and back to center. Good. Again, take that right elbow to the right knee, back to center, and right elbow, right knee, back to center. Good. And then bring that right arm down, bring those feet back to the mat. We're now going to do that on the other side. So kick that right foot off the mat, extend that left leg long, right hand on the mat, left arm up to the heavens. Good. We're going to bring that left knee to the left elbow, straighten that left knee back out, and left knee to the left elbow, back out. One more time. Left knee to the left elbow and back out. Awesome. And then bring that left arm back to the mat. Bring both feet back to the mat, back to all fours. We're going to curl those toes and we're going to work our way into our first downward facing dog. Pressing those hips back towards the wall behind you. Pedaling out those feet. We have done a couple of hamstring stretches, but we can always create more space. Good, and press those hips back. We are going to reach forward into our plank pose and just holding here. Remembering though, just hold the pose, don't hold the breath. Good, and extend those hips back towards the wall behind you. Downward facing dog. Good. So we're not dumping into those wrists, making them sore or angry. Good. Rotate back forward into our plank pose. Good. And back to down dog. And one more time, rotating forward into a plank pose. Back to down dog, and then hop ourselves up to the top of the mat. Forward, folding it out. Good. We're going to take a big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward, fold it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward, fold it out. Good. Extend those legs back to a plank pose. Coming down to that chaturanga push-up and up dog. Good. And then uncurl those toes back to downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat. Hopping ourselves up to the top. Forward, folding it out. Good, big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward, fold it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Extending that back nice and straight. Exhale, forward, folding it out. Good. Extend those legs back into a plank. We're not going to move through vinyasa. Instead, place those knees down, bump to the heels, moving into a child's pose. Good. We've started building some heat here on the mat, which is awesome. So catch your breath if you've lost it. Or if you're breathing heavily, try to bring it down to a slower pace. Good. We're going to come up to all fours, back to a downward facing dog. We're going to extend that right leg back. Bring it on through. We're going to do a high runner's lunge, straightening that left leg, not letting that right knee come forward of the right ankle, letting that left hip fall towards the mat. Good. Lay that left knee down on the mat. Uncurl the left toes. Bring the hands straight up. Good. And then we're going to bring that right hand down, opening up to the right for a nice spinal twist to the right. Good job. And then windmill that right hand back up to meet the left. Both hands on either side of that right foot. Bring that left foot back up. We're going to come out the same way we came in, bringing that left foot back to meet the right. Awesome. Extend that left leg back. Good. Bring it on through into a runner's lunge, straightening up that right leg, not letting the left knee go forward of the left ankle. Just hovering here for a moment, allowing grace in that right hip. Good. Lay that right leg down, uncurl the toes. We're going to bring the hands up. Good. And then we're going to windmill that left arm open to the left. So spinal twisting in this low lunge. Good. Windmill that left arm back up to center. Both hands on either side of that left foot. Lift up that right leg. Bring that left foot back to meet the right. We're going to extend that right leg back. We're going to bring it on through. Laying the left, or right shin behind the hands. We're gonna extend that left leg back out to the mat. Good. Into your expression of pigeon. So if you'd like to just sit here and create more space, this is a great stretch for that muscle called the piriformis, which is responsible for sciatic nerve pain if or when you get it. You can also come down onto those forearms if you would like to move forward in your practice, or you can take it all the way down, placing your forehead to the mat. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. I didn't start out there either. I have advanced in my practice, but coming down onto a block is a great modification. Actually, this kind of feels nice. So I'm gonna lay here on the block with you. This doesn't have to be a stationary pose, so moving those hips from side to side helps. We're doing quite a bit of hip openers tonight, working on balance through the hips. We'll stay here about 3 more breaths. Good. We'll come up onto those hands from whichever direction you are. We're gonna lean onto that right sits bone, and we're gonna bring that left foot up to meet the left hand. We're gonna extend that right arm forward. Good, working on that balance. Awesome sauce. Good, release that leg. Come back up to the hands. We're gonna inchward that left leg forward. Extend that right leg back. I like to open up to the opposite side of the mat, so to the left side of the mat. To counter stretch that big stretch we just did. Good, bring that right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Extend that left leg back. Bring it on through. Lay the left shin behind the hands. Lay that right knee down. We're gonna come into pigeon on the left. And again, whatever feels good. It really felt good to me to lay on the block, so I'm gonna do that again on this side. Technically, you should lay your opposite cheek to the mat that you, or to the mat or the block that you did last time. But for the sake of the video and you being able to hear me, I'm gonna face you. Doesn't have to be stationary. You can rock that hip from side to side. I tend to be tighter on the left side. That's not my dominant side. We strive for equanimity on both sides, meaning equal. It's not always there. Some nights are better than others as far as flexibility on the left compared to the right. But that's why we practice, and that's why we continue to move forward in our practice to keep moving towards those goals, such as equanimity. I could go to sleep here. Very comfy. Good. About 3 more breaths here. Good. And when you're ready, you can come off your block or come up off the mat, however you were in pigeon. We are gonna rest that left sits bone down on the mat. We're gonna bring now the right foot up, grabbing the inside of the right foot, reaching that right hand towards the wall in front of you. This is a portion of King Pigeon. We can move deeper in this, but for tonight's sake, we're gonna stay right here. Good. It's about balance, which we need to find more of. Good. Lay that right foot down. Bring that left hand back to the mat. We're just gonna turn towards the long edge of the mat. So we're gonna keep our right leg extended out, left leg pulled in, but now to the long edge of the mat. Good. We're gonna keep this left leg pulled in because we're gonna take the right leg and we're gonna swing it all the way around. And then we're gonna kick those feet out a little bit. Good. This is a portion of cow face, which is the legs of cow face. So left leg 90-degree angle, right leg 90-degree angle. And then as you can, inchworm those feet out in front, and that creates a deeper stretch in both of those hip sockets. The outer hips this time. Our hips are a full circle. Only press those feet as far as you can. If you need to keep them as close to the body as you can, because that's all you can do, that's okay. That's why we're gonna advance in our practice when you can. But for those who would like to or can, press those feet towards the front of the mat. And we're gonna stay here for just a couple of more moments, a couple of more breaths. Good, settling into that release, the tension leaving the body, finding grace. Good. God made two sides though, so we're gonna get to the other side here. So we are going to just bring that right leg up, swing it around to the front of the left foot, and then we're just gonna swap sides. So bring that right leg in, the foot into kind of the butt cheek area or sits bone area, and then we're going to take that left leg, wrap it around the left entirely. Good, sitting up nice and tall, dropping those shoulders back, and then when you're ready, pressing those feet forward as you can. Both sits bones now on the mat. Drawing in peace as you exhale tension and release from what no longer serves you. Good. When you're ready, let that go. So we're gonna let that left foot come up off the right. Take the right foot out, both feet up to the top of the mat. Good. To counteract that stretch, we're just gonna let those knees fall to the side, bringing the heels into the unmentionable space, letting those knees fall to the side, cupping the feet with the hands. We're gonna take 2 breaths here. Good, we're gonna extend both those legs out to the front. Toes pointed to the heavens, back where we started. Big deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over both of those legs. Good, and we're gonna bring those legs back up the thighs. We're gonna turn back to our feet at the top of the mat. Good. We're gonna scooch our bum towards the feet. We're gonna roll onto our back. Lying on our back, we're gonna bring both knees in, rocking from side to side. Good. Extend your arms out in a T formation. We're gonna place our legs at a 90-degree angle. Good. And then we're gonna let both legs fall to the right side of the mat, leaving that left shoulder On the left side, just coming to where it feels comfortable, but not all the way down, just letting those legs hover over the earth. This is such a yummy twist. Includes the low spine and the hips. Good. And then take those legs to the left. Leaving that right shoulder down. Feeling that stretch in the right hip and the right side body. Nice spinal twist. Good. Bring those legs back up to center. Bring those legs in one more time. Good. And set those knees down to the mat. Good. Extend the legs out long. Tuck those shoulders down and under. Place both hands on the abdomen. Let the feet fall out to the sides. Close your eyes. We're going to come back to that place of stillness. Come back to the breath. So in Morning by Morning by Charles Spurgeon, he talks about promised rest. Our promised rest is to be with Jesus. If we are living by faith, that prospect should fill us with joy. The Holy Spirit is the down payment on our inheritance. To those who believe, he gives a foretaste of heavenly glory. Heaven is a place of security, but we on earth are kept safe in Jesus. Heaven is a place of triumph, but we have victories too. Those in heaven enjoy communion with the Lord, but this is not denied to us. They rest in his love, but we also have perfect peace in him. They sing his praises, and it is to our privilege to bless him too. In all these ways, in this coming year, we will gather celestial fruits on earthly ground. Faith and hope have turned this desert into the garden of God. How sweet is that, friends? The promised rest. Tonight, I'm going to leave you in Shavasana, just like this. But when you are ready, go ahead and hop over to my page, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the thumbs up if you like this content, as it will allow me to keep making more for you. Thanks so much, friends. I hope you have a happy new year. Take care, and I'll see you next time.